So last week we tried firing this thing up. It doesn't start because it needs a fuel pump, so I'll make a video on removing the fuel pump. It's kind of easy. Just two 10mm bolts there that come off. That way you could just drop the tank without having to mess with this hose here. And you have plenty of room to have this just drop down. Unplug this. This goes right here. There's a connector for the fuel pump and for the sending unit. Then you undo these straps here. I mean these bolts here, and push these through, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now until I get a jack underneath here to support it. I'm gonna pull these out, and then while I have these out, these straps, I'll probably paint them, make it look pretty, or more to help keep it from rusting. Then take off this evap line. Mine actually just had this like barb, and it was shoved in here. This hole is gonna get replaced because it's already like just touching it, it's just crumbling. Then there's these boots on here, on both. Just push them off. Get these hoses and push them in. And you slip your tool in through here, and it'll release the fuel lines. Then there's this shield here that's got to come off also. It's held on by these bolts there. They're 5/16. So I do that, then we'll get a jack under here to hold it, and we'll take these straps off. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, to get this cover off, it's actually 4, 2, 3, fourth one's over here, and it's actually a 7mm. I thought it was a 5/16, but it's not. And then these, see how they move? Push them in, and then you get the tool here. I don't know if I'm gonna try to do this one hand. Move out of the way in case fuel falls. One. See, it just kind of goes on here, and this thing has those two locking tabs, or actually more than two, but it has those tabs there, and that's what you're pushing in, because they lock around this ring here. This one off. Oh, I can't do this on the one hand, but you saw how I did that one, so I'll be back. Alright, well, these are all the tools that I used. It's a 13, a 15, a 7, and then I didn't have a block of wood, so I just used an old flywheel. But worked. So maybe I should take this to the car wash and pressure wash it. So that's it. It's actually really easy. So what I did before I opened this, I wiped this down with just a wet rag and then hit it with the compressed air just to minimize how much dirt goes in there before you open it. So there's the sending unit. It's missing the strainer and it's missing the pressure line that comes out of the pump. In here. That's nasty. I'll have to go get this cleaned and then probably finish tomorrow. That's nasty. So this hose is just brittle and there's pieces of it in there, and then this is all at the bottom of the tank.
¿Ah?
Alright, well, I got the tank cleaned. I took it to a car wash that has hot water here around the block. So there's a new sending unit. It doesn't come with a fuel pump, of course, right? So I had to get that separate. The part numbers for the fuel pump is that right there. And then the part number for the sending unit is right here. Even though it says fuel pump, it doesn't come with it. It just comes by itself. So it comes with the O-ring, the sock, or the strainer, whatever. So get this put together and then we'll drop that in, and hopefully I could hear that thing run tonight. If not, I'll have to wait for, till tomorrow, but I don't want to. So alright, well, let's get to work. Well, I've never done this before, but I brought the old pump here to use as a reference to see the orientation of how this goes. And actually it's pretty simple after looking at the old one. This old one's nasty. This doesn't even move freely. It's all covered with rust. So alright, well, it looks pretty easy. Just pump goes inside of this hole. This thing kind of clamps on the top. O-ring goes over here, and then the strainer goes over here on the bottom. Alright, I got kind of late because I washed the tank, and I got back from the car wash, and there was still like sand and nasty stuff in there, so I went back to do it again. And then I went inside to eat, but the tank's in there. Tank's in there. I'm gonna fill it up with 5 gallons of fuel, see if it fires up. If it does, I'll put that cover back on and maybe take it for a test drive. I don't know, but I gotta take it down because it's on jack stands right now. But alright, well, we'll see. Also, since it's been sitting for 10 years, it's not gonna hurt to dump one of these in there, so we'll throw that in there too. Help clean the injectors and stuff. Alright, I put 5 gallons in it. I changed the fuel filter last week, so that should be good. And last time it was marking that it was full when it wasn't. Alright, cool. It fixed the gauge. Let's see if it fires up. Sweet. Sweet, 10 years later. Oh, the exhaust is quiet. That's fine. Nice. Well, hopefully tomorrow I can take it on a test drive, but I got it to start.